Hey everyone, just a short video in regards to the downfall of Mer Gedkem and what it means for the Torres Straits. Now, I don't want to go into any personal stuff. What has happened is with Mer Gedkem has deceived the people, and someone in there amongst the board has stolen public money. And it hurts me because all the people of Murray Island are hurting because of this. But there are bigger ramifications of this. Now, my videos are not edited in any way. As you see, as I am, it's as live as you can possibly see. What it does mean is the whole of the Torres Strait administration, that is TSERC, TSRA, are liable for legal action. Now, you have seen that I've sent bills of exchange. Now, I cannot stress how powerful these documents are. And at this very day, the Queensland government, the federal government, don't know what to do with me. Because if my lawyer friend's advice to me is accurate, they've got no room to move. And this is where we need to act. Torres Straits is a community. We are one family up there. Whether you're from Eastern, Western, Top Western, Western or Central. Now I'm stuttering a bit because I don't edit this. It's as you see me. But we can actually grab this opportunity and run and free all of Australia. Because as a community in the Torres Straits, Nehemiah 7 tells us when the Israelites were rebuilding Jerusalem, they were told to work with their swords and with their shield near them, just in case, to defend Jerusalem as it was being built. And that's what we can do in the Torres Straits. Now, fellow Australians, we certainly need your help as well. Now, regardless of what we do, and however we think, it's about how we go forward and beat the oppression and suppression. Discrimination is always there, regardless of what we do, but the oppression and suppression and freedom of man is the utmost importance. I see a lot of families that Indigenous families, First Nations people would complain about pay the rent. That's what we need to do. We need to attack hip hop and learn. It's not against fellow Australians, it's against the government itself. Write up a bill of exchange. I just got a couple of notes here for us that what we need to do. And you write up that bills of exchange, you can find that in the Act of 1909, Section 8(1). That's where it's at. Now, my lawyer told me, or not a lawyer, but a friend told me, that I've actually got the Queensland and the federal government snookered, or they can't move. Now, every minister that I've included in my emails, there was three things that are raised with them. Commonwealth Constitution of 1901, and three sections that I applied to them all. Section 44, 1 and 2, and Section 80, three things. Now, Section 80 is the oath. If they've sworn a different oath to what is in the actual Constitution, they're in serious trouble. And also, 1 and 2 if they've sworn allegiance to the United Nations, that's treason. The three of them combined is treason. Now, in the Torres Straits, it's exactly the same. Every administration there is a tool of corporate government. TSRA is a statutory federal body. Prescribed body corporates or PBCs, they're a tool. Now, why did PBCs be created directly after Uncle Quicky's case in 1992? PBCs came in effect in 1993. So we need to think on that and really challenge it. Everything is native title. Native title today is big business, but it means absolutely nothing if you know your rights. The Native Title Act itself, from my research, I found it's a floating bill. Now, why do you think when First Nations go to court and we win, what happens? They close that loophole because it's a floating bill. That's what it is. Every time we beat them at their own laws, they close that gap. But there are things about the Native Title Bill, Native Title Act, that we can squash altogether. Everything. And I've found a way to do that. And as I said, some families are saying, pay the rent, pay the rent, pay the rent. This is what we do. Bills of exchange. Don't send it or argue against your next door neighbour. No. It's our duty to look after each other as Australians. You take that fight to the government, direct. Don't beat around the bush with your neighbour or somebody across the road. Write to your member. Those three things of the Commonwealth Constitution. Okay? Section 44, 1 and 2, Section 80. If they cannot answer to that, then you've got them up for treason. And if they don't respond, you send them a bill. Easy. You send them a bill. We all send them a bill and say, pay up, because you've committed fraud against us. Now, as you know, I've been fighting with the Electoral Commission and Spur in Queensland since June last year. That was because I didn't vote in 2017 elections. Now I've got them on the ropes as well, because the true bill should only be $20. That's according to the Constitution, as well as the Currency Exchange Act. So, because they've been quiet, they don't want to push it any further, they've actually accepted my bill's change. Now that's $700,000 in a counter claim with their, I don't know, $300 something. Because anything above $20, according to the Constitution, is extortion. So you write back, we have to think like the government think. And at this stage, I have the whole Queensland government on hold. They don't know what to do with me. The Premier has not responded in 5 years. But because she hasn't responded, that's misconduct of public office. And I will have her in court. And that's what we need to do. And it's not hard to go to court. Don't take a lawyer with you. Lawyers cost too much. Native title costs too much. We've got native title lawyers that come in and advise us. And I agree with Elder Wayne Glue. There is nowhere in the Bible that says there are lawyers. Nowhere. There are teachers, governors, messengers. There's nowhere in there that shows he's a lawyer. And lawyers, I don't know, but we can beat them. And I want to show you how to do it. But as I said, for Torres Straits, we need to come together. There are things that we are able to do in the Torres Straits as a region that will free the rest of Australia. First Nations down south living on the mainland, they will back us up. They will back us up. Now you see the banner behind me? Very proud of this. It's when the Governor General came to Murray Island on the 8th of August 2018. I stood with my older cousin, Elder Dennis Passy. We flew this, and my two nephews, a grandson, and two grandsons. And this was behind me. And Mer Gedkem, the board directors, actually tried to hide the Governor General from seeing this banner. And it's pretty straightforward. As you see, Mabo defeated Queensland government 3rd of June 1992. Doggett defeated Mabo 14 December 2012. This is the lies. They use our own people to steal back our land. And that's where we're going to wake up, think outside the box. All of the families in TSRA, TCIRC, and our PBCs, they're all family. But when they engage with us, they've got a different hat on. They become part of the corporate government that oppresses, suppresses, and discriminates against us, people. And that's what we have to stop. Don't be encouraged to attend their meetings. Don't. Because what happens when you get there? The first thing that they do is hand you a sheet and you write your straw man on there. You write your name, your signature, your phone number, your email address. That's the data that they give back to the government and say, this person attended this meeting. I attend meetings in Torres Straits, but I don't sign or register. I say my piece, but I don't sign, I don't consent to what they serve. And that's what we all have to do. We have to stand strong. Now my family in Torres Strait especially, and my children, my grandchildren, I have got Queensland State Government and the Federal Government on the back wall at the moment. They can't escape. I want to take this to court. I am confident. My gut tells me it's right. What's out of your heart is everything. But your gut is your spirit. Tells you everything is right. I feel sorry for my family that's in board directors and councillors and of the PBC and TSRA. But I'm sorry, you've committed wrong against the people. You'll be made an example. I'll read a couple of things here. Now, the Bible tells us not to respect anybody. So naming and shaming people, I won't call any names at all, but naming and shaming, it's all written in the Bible. We say, oh, we shouldn't defame the character of anybody, but it's written in the Bible. So you just got to find the scriptures. Now I've got two notebooks here, and I'll show you what I do. I don't know if you can see that. But my notes are written in different colors. So if I need to go quick reference to find something, it's in different color. It's not collated in any way. It's just what people send me on the internet, on Facebook or in Messenger. I write it all down. I save it on my phone, but I write everything down. So that way I don't forget. So what I'm telling you is from here, and what research is in my head. And I've memorized a lot. So when any government agency or anybody approaches me, I can tell them, and I can tell them by scripture as well. So people do not believe in the Bible. Well, you can't win without the Bible. You bring the Bible to court, the magistrate, your defense will have nothing to back them up, because the Bible is respected in every country, and the word of the Lord is strength. Please, now for my families in Torres Straits, NPA, I have considered everything that's happened. Now, for your knowledge, yesterday I sent an email to Australian Crime and Corruption Commission. This is to investigate further my bills of exchange, where I said to TSERC, okay, Torres Strait Regional Council, and that was for $80 billion. TSRA has a $90 million dollar invoice sent to them. Now, what we have here, you have to be a bulldog when you write these bills of exchange. Keep writing. It's the same as they send to you. They'll send you a bill, and they'll send you a reminder, they'll send you a default. Exactly the same. You do the same. And I just kept nagging them, kept nagging them. And what's happened is every government department, Director General of Housing Commission, I've got a letter from her, and she's admitted. TSRA have not responded to me in any way, so they accept that $90 billion. If they're in silence, that's fraud. And I'll read something to you from my notebook about that. Complete silence is they've accepted your bill. If they don't respond in any way, that's it. And when you take it to court, you win by default, because they haven't responded in the time frame in your bill. Now, some people say 28 days. I give them 14. And after 14, 7 days. And after that, you've won. And usually, they just don't reply. You know, when you write to government, they don't reply at all. So, in doing that, you win by default. But I'd like to close by reading a couple of things to you that I wrote in my notepad here. Now, the first one is, where is it? Is about silence. Okay, silence. The state of a person who does not speak, or one who refrains from speaking, in law of estoppels. Silence implies knowledge and an opportunity to act upon it. Silence can be equated with fraud. Pretty simple. So anything that you write to them, if they're silent, it's equivalent to fraud. That's all. Pretty simple. And the last one I'd like to leave you with is a Bible reading. And that's where respect of people comes in. So you can name and call anybody, whatever, but in, how do you say it? In a proper manner. But you can name people. Colossians chapter 3, verse 25. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done. But there is no respect of persons. In James chapter 2, verse 9, but ye have respect to persons, ye commit sin and are convinced of the law as transgressors. Everything you do, the Bible has every example. I've got in my notebooks what information people have sent me. I've researched it and I've looked at the Bible. So my Bible is the chain reference King James Version. So there are actual explanations in here, and I will use that in court. The explanations says it all, and there is no judge that can dispute that. Now we take it to the court, and we will smash the court. But the First Nations people, I found something that has been in front of us all this time, and only in the last 3 months I realized how powerful this document was. All this rubbish about treaty and whatever, I totally oppose that. This is my opinion, because this stuff that I found, it's already there. It's just for us to act on it, that's all. We just have to assert our rights, that's it. It's so simple. I actually laughed when I actually worked it out. Bloody hell, this was right there in front of me. And I've been carrying this document for years and really didn't have a real look at it. There was one section I concentrated on, and when I went through and read right through it, I was like, it's all here. Blackbirding exists today. That's why you pay taxes. So remember, any bill, any utility bill that you have, any bill that is over $20, that's extortion. And I can help you fight that. But I will put some stuff on Facebook that, an example that you can work on, anything you need. Come back to me, message me, and I'll help you. Now, for all my families and friends that actually take the time to watch this, I ask a favor. Because I have the state and federal government on the back wall, I need to raise 10 grand. Now I tried for the elders with GoFundMe, didn't work. 10 grand will get the ball rolling. With 10 grand, we can go all the way and smash the whole government, or at least upset them. I have a number of ministers in Queensland that I can prove without doubt treason. All of the directors in Torres Straits, I can prove treason. And that's where I need your help. I need to raise 10 grand. That's all we need. And what I need for, the only thing I will pay a lawyer for is to actually set up my statement of claims. That's all. I have everything else to represent myself. In that 10 grand, I'd like to take some elders with me, probably about 8, to court with me. And it's to cover the accommodation, catering, and that's what I'd like to do. So I'm asking your help. Now, if you can help, you can message me. And as I said, 10 grand will get the ball running. As I said, with Spur at the moment, there's $700,000 there. And they've accepted my bills of exchange because they haven't contested it or disputed it at all. So I've got them on the back foot. My plan, because my family has kept me going for over a year now, I can go to court and lodge my claim. And it's so simple. Because I haven't had no income for over a year, I can actually go to court for $131 I've checked it. $131, and I can slingshot my case from a local magistrate court to the Attorney General's office. Now, the Attorney General's as well in Queensland, they've got an ABN. That's it. Simple as that. They've got an ABN. But I'd like to share some more, but that's probably another video. But remember, it's justice for all Australians, not as an individual. If you can help fellow Australians, by all means, let's help each other. And as I said, all I need your help, 10 grand. 5 will start the ball rolling with the court application. And the other 5, I'd like to take some others with me, because there's strength in numbers. Anybody with a spur debt, a robo debt from Centrelink, join me. Come with me. I've got all the evidence for it. If you've got robo debt from Centrelink, you can hit it on the head and tell them to send you a bill for $20. People have died because of the debt that they've incurred over nothing. And it makes me sad to hear some of our families have committed suicide because of this. If only they knew that the true law of Australia and the Constitution is $20. No more. We have the opportunity to make a change. Thank you all, and God bless.